All right, welcome back to another week of Duff Pickem AllStars. That's Skinnnns, Icehouse, Groady, and up left there's the Commish. We're here to talk to you about Pickem stuff last week. Uh, Mistakes were made, such as me not again forgetting the damn scores. Last week it was the winner was the Commish with 65 points, followed by Groady 57 points, Skinnnns 45 points, Icehouse with a Paul, a measly 18 points, barely scraping the surface at one point, was in the negatives due to lack of research done for his game. But anyway, we're here to bring you back to, talk about pick'em, talk about sports, help you with your gambling needs. And first, we're going to start with our league of record pick'em with their commish. What happened last week?
Oh, well, with league pick'em, it was abysmal. Um, as we had, like we had three people, or I'm sorry, four people get half of them right. John might have gotten half right, or no, I'm sorry, John might have actually won the week had he decided if he was going to pick Blavender or Groady, since he chose
Nice.
no one.
Stupid. Oh,
Um,
God. Mistakes were made.
yeah, obviously. Let's see. But otherwise, yes, myself, Grody, Bus, and JV, we all had three right. Um, Tommy had two, and Stan not doing too good either. Pick him as he only got one right. And then, we all got Eric, yeah, which was Eric, which we all got Eric right. You could have jumped on the auto draft bandwagon, but you didn't. So you were the only one who got that one wrong. We all got Skinnnns wrong because John made no pick. We all got Groady wrong. And then half of us were, well, two of us were confident that Tony would get his first win. One was just betting against himself and happened to be right. So there was that. So he's off the schneid finally and no longer winless. And that brings the totals to Boss with 25, myself and Kevin with 22, JV with 20, Stan with 19, and Tommy with 14.
Icehouse with a lead, 3 points in the lead with that one there. That'll be interesting. All right, all right. So let's talk about this week, week 8. We're going to start with Groady talking all about Mears Cat Industries at 4-3 against the Auto Draft All Stars 6-1.
Right. The quarterbacks, Purdy going up against Cincinnati, Prescott against the Rams. They say they both get more than they're projected. Keenan Allen going up against the Bears. DJ Moore going up against him. Wow. Facing dueling wide receivers. That's cool.
Ooh.
Hopefully Metcalf actually plays this week. Thielen's doing a thing. Christian McCaffrey. Hopefully Robinson's over that headache. Does Joe have anybody on? Oh, yeah, he could swap out, put Pollard there and then drop a wide receiver in his flex. So ETN, he's been doing great, so he should continue. Kelsey Kittle seemed to finally have another good game here, so he can keep it going against Cincinnati, who actually looks like they are the fourth most against giving up points for tight ends. So Ferguson not doing much. Race Hall against the Giants. The Giants have been a little stifling lately in the run department, winning their game in Washington. This is going to be a close matchup. Oh, Joe's got Detroit's defense looking to bounce back against a terrible Raiders team. That's good. I like that. Very close. I know he's only got one loss. I think he's going for number 2 this week, and I'm gonna pick the Commish.
I'm throwing for the commish right here. Um, I think I think you're right. I like Dak Prescott against the Rams, as I think that's an overall good game. Brock Purdy at Cincinnati. Will Cincinnati actually be there? Boy, do I! There are some so good favorable matchups on the commission side. I will join you, Grody, and I will also make sure I click the commish this time here instead of missing. I think I picked Lavender, but I guess I didn't click with it there. Commish, what
We'll
about
never
you?
know.
Yeah, well, exactly. go back and look at the mistake I made. So I guess I could. I'll report on that next week. What do you pick here, Commish?
It's me.
Yes.
I'm inclined to pick Bates because while everyone likes Detroit versus Las Vegas, we also like them against Baltimore, and that would have resulted in -1 had I not picked up a different defense. No, I think they could do much better against Las Vegas. The Bears didn't do too bad against them. Yeah, we'll see what the Qs end up. Bijan and Metcalf. I mean, the benefit to it is Robinson's was just a headache. Metcalf, who knows? So, but it's not like I don't have other wideouts. Pittman's been good. London is not bad, and not a bad option either. And Smith has been pointless all fucking season, save like I think 2 games. So I will reluctantly take myself.
Taking himself. It's tree on the commish there. Icehouse.
I'm gonna go with auto draft on this one. I
Ooh.
mean, working.
There's something in there. Okay, so we got one on auto draft.
Adam Thielen, what the fuck?
Hey, he's
Is he like
doing
a
a thing.
thing? I mean, my God.
Yep.
He's been doing a thing lately.
It's working out. Know how, but
He's a professional wide receiver with a rookie quarterback, so he knows how to get open.
he's also like,
Skinnnns,
holy shit.
Skinnnns, do you think that Adam Thielen might do a thing?
Got a feeling for Thielen. And I don't want to get off this auto draft train. So I'm going to go with him.
You know what? Stan brings up a very good point. I also don't want to get off the auto draft train. I'm going back. I'm picking Andrew.
Staying on the auto draft train.
I've been on auto draft the whole season. God damn it!
Yeah, you're right. You have. You've been saying the same thing I just said. It's basically, it's like, well, I don't know how it's working. I'm here to argue. Let's
It's
go.
fucking working.
Tell you, the Purdy McCaffrey combo is just deadly somehow. I don't know how
I'll be
exactly.
happy if I lose the point.
You can always pull the boss system and just be like, well, if I lost, I still won because I bet on the other person with it there. So you win either way.
Well, I mean, it's works for me so far this year.
That's the old Chris strategy.
The old
Hey,
Chris.
man, what do you think I'm doing this year?
That's Icehouse System 1, like the original 1.0 rev. Don't ever bet on me. Okay. It's gonna come. I get the next one here. I get the 1-6, 7-1 my shin bus against the 4-3 Groady Gloaters. Icehouse, congratulations on giving 7-1 his first victory of the year last week. Well done. Let's see. So we got, yep, Lamar Jackson versus Jared Goff. Oh, Jared Goff against Vegas, going to make up for what he did last week. God, Groady, I'm sorry about that. Cooper and Pickens, both those I think can get their points. Jamar Chase, Chase against San Fran. I don't know. Question with that. Against Jam Williams with that. Chase is gonna probably, even if he gets under there, he's gonna do better than Williams with there. Is there somebody else he got in instead of Williams with that? No, Gibson, no, Stebu, no. So he's got to maybe pick up somebody with there. I don't know. Swift, Walker, both good. Those would work. Taylor, Barkley, both good. Barkley, a Q. What's he doing being a Q? What's he got going on here? Q, a big day in win over Washington. Why is he a Q? Is he a Q? Oh, elbow.
Says he'll be all right.
Okay, I trust him on that. He knows his injuries at this point. Both those two players, I'm gonna say edge Taylor a little bit. Jet defense is stingy, but only slight. Goddard, Ingram, both those two very acceptable tight ends play. The King Henry against the other Williams. No, he's not a. No, what are the two Reynolds? That's right. Detroit has two Reynolds, and I keep getting confused by that. Kickers are both good. Oh, San Fran's D against Cincy. If Cincy shows up, a little terrifying. Buffalo, a little scary in there as well. I see the game you're playing with there. I see the game you're playing. Oh, there's a chance. There's a chance 7-1 may pull a win off, but I'm thinking he busts his shins. I'm gonna go Groady for this one right here. Commish.
I didn't add the exact point total, but I feel like if Groady had started Mac Jones and Foreman last week, I think he wins.
I think
Uh,
when I looked at it, I think I would lose by 1 point.
Yeah, it was close enough. I didn't do the exact math, like I said, but would have made for a hell of a matchup.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Lamar Jackson could ball out against Arizona, and Grody's fucked because Jared Goff isn't going to ball out against Las Vegas. Well, you know what? I'll play it safe. I'll pick Groody.
Yeah, sounds about right with that. There is another one for Groady. Icehouse.
I'm gonna ride the not Tony train because it's been working out pretty good too. So until that one derails, I'm anything whoever's playing against.
Okay.
Yeah,
Another tick.
I feel like Tony needs to get a couple more wins before I can really start, having confidence in him.
Yeah.
Agree with that. All right, so 3 tickets for the not 7-1 train. Skinns.
Yeah, Tony's wide receivers are hot garbage. Hooper's best game 13 with PJ Walker a couple weeks ago. This team with a backup, I should say. The other guys, I'm not too keen on their matchups. So yeah, I'm on the Groady train.
Groady train there. So, Groady, do you have any reason why you would want to pick 7-1 over you?
Yeah, just because I picked myself last week and lost.
Ah,
I'm on a losing streak. Tony's on a winning streak. I'm picking the guy on the winning streak. I'm going to pick Tony in the hopes that it curses his team and I win.
no, that's the contrarian. We got one with the contrarian bonus with that there. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right. It's going to. I did make the pick. Yes, I did. I have to check this now because I have a record at this point. Next, we're going to have the commish talk about 4-3 Blavender against 3-4 Skinnnns for the win.
All right, so got Mahomes against Denver and Herbert against Chicago. Let's see. Last time Mahomes went up against Denver just 2 short weeks ago, he only got 24.5 points. And Denver was really ready for that game. They lost 19-8, but Denver really held them in check for most of that game. He got 51 points this past week. Well, last time he got above 30, he dipped down to 18. So, I think he'll be fine for those points, but you got St. Brown and Shaheed. You got CeeDee Lamb and Sutton. And if Dak Prescott sucks as much as he has the whole season, it's been up and down for CeeDee Lamb as well as Dak Prescott. So I don't know who I trust more there. Sutton, I don't trust against Kansas City. What was his outing the last time against them? Portland Sutton.
Sutton
They got 11 points, so not too bad
Yeah,
against
all right,
Denver
yeah.
or against KC. I don't know. I'm inclined to go stay on the edge and wide receivers. Moss and Kamara, who Kamara's been doing really well. He might make up the points that Moss loses, and then Jacobs and Pacheco. I don't know. What the fuck? Okay. I don't know. Edge again. Wow, you guys are even in points. It's Mahomes is really the difference. Andrews, if he could have another stellar game like he just did, would be great. Pitts, I don't know that he will. As Atlanta's quarterback is questionable at best, even when he's healthy. Stevenson against Miami. I don't know that Miami or New England's going to be running the ball that much. Laporta for Detroit. He's been known to put up some numbers, unless Stan is just having fun with his tight end. Butker will get some field goals against Denver. What?
You said it's Stan having fun with his tight end.
Yeah. And then you've got New Orleans D against Indianapolis, Cleveland against Seattle. I think New Orleans D against Indianapolis, probably not that good of a matchup because I feel like Gardner Minshew is still playing. He's a more seasoned quarterback than obviously Richardson. And Cleveland's D, while they did have a hard fought game against Indianapolis, I think it's at Seattle. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be rough. Well, shit. Bench wise, nothing really screaming for either team. I don't know why Desmond still has fucking Deshaun Watson on his fucking bench.
You Deshaun Watson on your bench, Desmond. Why? Why?
I mean, I don't know when Patrick Mahomes' bye week is, but you just wait until that week to get a fucking quarterback.
It's okay. He still has a bench spot anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, right. You can do anything.
Purely under the ability to manage a team better, I'm picking Stan, even though his record is not as good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Although, granted, Stan is 3-4, and the tail of the season is if you're going to have a really good game, it's going to come against Stan. So, I'm still picking him. I don't care.
All right. Well,
Not
one
this
for
week.
the Skins on here. Icehouse.
I'm gonna go with Joe's last line and run with it. You can't manage a team. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go with you. I'm taking Stan in that case just based on Desmond's inability to manage bench spots. So yeah, that sounds good.
Bench, Desmond. Your bench is my oh my. Okay, that's two for Skins. Skins, who do you vote for in this debacle?
Oh, Skins for the wins for sure. But it's going to be a hard fought game because Dez is going to obviously put up 175 this week against me, but I'm going to put up 176. Yeah, fun fact, there's only one person whose points against is within 200 points of mine. That's Tommy. He's at 900 points against. I'm over 1,000. And then
That's right. Stan's the first one to have 1,000 points against him this season. I was looking at that earlier.
Tommy 903.
Yeah.
And then the next closest is Joe with 808 against him.
Holy cow. Incredible.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's three
High
for
scoring
the
of food.
Skins.
And I mean, Bates 674, so it's I'm doomed to not score points this weekend.
That's no good. Groady, who do you got here? Blavender or the Skins?
Well, Desmond has good game against me, so now he's gonna have a not so good game against Stan.
I'll take it. I need one.
So I'm picking Stan. I think the wide receiver matchup is and the fact that Desmond still has Zach Moss, who I think at this point probably isn't going to be getting anything over 10 probably anytime soon. So
I was just about to make up for last week, the pick for Blavender. But I noticed something. Next to Patrick Mahomes, not only is it at Denver, there's a little red snowflake that's sitting right there. Snowed today with a high of 35 degrees. Is that snowing there now, or is it going to snow during the game?
I don't know, but can I say something about Yahoo's graphic selection? Because the sun is just plain old gray. I mean, shouldn't that be bright yellow or something?
I agree.
Seeing the red snowflake reminds me of DraftKings when the player's cold and they put the snowflake next to him, and it's like, oh, see this red snowflake, and I feel like he's projected to not have a good game.
We'll look up real fast here. Denver weather. Is it snowing there now? No, it is not. It is set to snow on Sunday for the game. So that's a Denver snow game with that there. That is my reason I am not picking Desmond, because if KC is going to fail, it's going to fail because of weather with that one up in Denver. So I'm going to go with Skinnnns. Landslide for Skinnnns on that. All right. Next on the list here, you got Icehouse, who's going to talk. Well, you can't talk about you, so you're going to talk about me. Icehouse, you're going to talk about sick erat scriptum at 3-4 versus the 4-3 orange peanut.
Well, let's see here. We got Josh Allen versus Jalen Hurts. It's probably a wash. Tyreek Hill is gonna destroy Gabe Davis, so advantage Eric. Tutu Adwell, what the fuck is he doing? Why is this guy still on his team?
He did. Oh no, he didn't. 9 points.
For fun.
Yeah,
For fun.
yeah. I mean, Aaron Jones is not been a great draft pick. Jalen Warren is, he's not doing fuck either. How do these people have more wins than I do? Yeah, both of you. Bunch of fucking, slugs on your team, left and right. I'm like, we got guys that score points every week, but I just can't pick the right ones. These guys score no points every week. Michael Mayer is a tight end. That's not. Oh, advantage Waller there. Tyler Lockett and Najee Harris.
I don't know that it's much of an advantage. Waller has been really hit or miss this fucking year.
Yeah, I mean, it's still better than Mayer, but it's not great. Like, I don't like anybody, and this whole matchup is just like, oh God. I don't know. I don't like any of it. I feel like Washington, Hurts does seem like he's hurt this year, from what I've heard and seen. Gotta, Tyreek Hill has a chance to blow up. I'm gonna take Eric on this one.
Can we work on that one? So one for the scriptum. All right. Skins, what about your thoughts?
I'm gonna go. I like the matchups. I like Joe's or Eric's bench a little bit better. He can plug in for Tutu if he wants to. Maybe Aaron Jones is finally getting healthier and can turn something around against Minnesota. So yeah, I'll put it on Eric.
Good old Eric with that. All right. Groady.
I originally was going to pick Eric, but then when Boss said that Tyreek Hill would go off, and then I realized they're playing New England, and the last time Tyreek Hill played New England, he got 11 points. So I switched my pick to the Peanut, because I think if New England's going to hold Hill in check, I think that's a big boost for John. And then Darren Waller and Tyrod Taylor have been connecting the last 2 weeks. I think he had 90 yards and a touchdown last week. So and then you have the Jets defense going up against the Giants, which is kind of hurtful for you for your tight end. But the Jets defense is good. And I mean, if Daniel Jones starts, that defense is going to destroy him. But if Tyrod Taylor starts, he'll still get points for Waller. But I think the Jets defense holds down the Giants. So I switched my pick to JV.
All right. One for the peanut, two for scriptum here. I'm going for myself, and I am hoping that Allen connects plentiful amounts of times with Gabe Davis as well as Cook for the Thursday night game. So I'm hoping there's a little bit of an offset there. I am worried about my quarterback, though. But a vote for peanuts, a vote for a win. Commish, you are the
Tom,
tiebreaker
have you
here.
seen how much Gabe Davis is connecting lately?
Yes, I realize he's due, but at the same exact time, if have you seen my
Yeah,
bench?
right.
He is a primary option for me to play in comparison to who I have sitting else on my team as of right now. So I am playing with the odds that Gabe Davis does connect and connects through Allen, offsetting Allen's score a little bit. So I'm playing a gamble there.
Oof. Well, it's in Miami, so it's not like it's in New England. And Miami has been, I mean, you've got to figure that's his second lowest game of the season. Otherwise, he's had 46, 33, 36, 33, 19. Like,
Jesus.
yeah, Tyreek Hill is on a tear. And I don't see New
Amazing
England's
pickup.
defense stopping him down in Miami. If that was in New England, okay, but I'm going to give the edge to Eric on this one. I think Tyreek Hill. Well, the thing that sucks is these get locked in Thursday. Otherwise, if he was still playing fucking Atwell, I'd have to be like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, good choices there.
But
3 for Scriptum, 2 for Peanut. Makes sense. Myself. God, that would be so embarrassing if I missed picking myself here. Okay. Next, we go down to Skinnnns. Skinnnns, you are going to talk about here Icehouse versus Science. The Icehouse being 2-5, Science being 6-1. What do you know about this matchup here, Skinnnns? Well, you are muted also, by the way. So this is usually the
There we go. Okay. My brother versus my nemesis. And first off, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Chris's bench and see who he will not play that will go off this week. I'm seeing Ayuk on the bench for Cincy. I like that. That Ayuk guaranteed to go off now that he's on Chris's bench. Ridley will finally have a good game this year because Chris is finally not starting him, it looks like.
It's on the bench.
Uh,
It's going to go off.
Chargers. Okay. Kirk Cousins versus CJ Stroud. I give Green Bay been given 2 quarterbacks. They give up the 8th fewest to the quarterback position. Meanwhile, Carolina, I'm guessing they're 16th. They're right in the middle of the pack. So small edge to Stroud for Science there. And then we got Diggs and Nico Collins. So Barry is throwing to Boss's wide receiver here. And the Boss also has Diggs. And Barry's throwing Puka and Addison out there. Green Bay give up 11th fewest to the wide receiver, and Dallas gives up 3rd fewest. So edge to Boss there. Plus he
throwing to
can
each other's
wash
wide
out.
receivers. They're throwing to each other's wide receivers.
Oh yeah, Cousins to Addison. Yep.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We got Eckler, Brian Robinson versus Mostert and Montgomery. If Montgomery is he gonna play? How's that looking this week?
I don't know. I think they might bench him because their bye week's next week.
Yeah,
I think that one should be seeded free.
If they do,
Be a bonus.
Barry's got a Chuba Hubbard and no one else on the bench. He must have dropped a couple people because he's got 2 spots open.
He dropped a few people.
So I mean, who's available? Who's the best running back option this week? Darrell Henderson. So I'll give that edge to Boss. And Logan Thomas versus Kelsey. There's Barry's half of Barry's offense right there is Kelsey. Feel like it could be this week. He still needs a kicker. So projection-wise, that Barry is probably up maybe closer to 10 over Boss. But Baltimore's defense versus Arizona, I do like that for Barry over Jacksonville's been doing okay, but slight edge to Barry. Based on matchups and roster, I like Boss this week, though. And if Montgomery doesn't go, Boss has Gibbs sitting in his flex to counter against Barry. So that I like Boss this week.
March this week. One vote on for the Icehouse. All right, Groady.
Yeah, I think that's the big part that, like Stan was saying, if Montgomery doesn't play, it's all Gibbs. So that's a huge cut into it. And then I think with Chuba Hubbard, I think Miles Sanders might be back after their bye week, so that might cut into his production too. So that's for those reasons, the reasons why that and Garbage Time King seems to be coming back. He must have rummaged around in the trash and found something, because he actually looked like himself against San Francisco. So
My God.
and he's playing Green Bay, so he's probably going to play better too. So yeah, I'm picking Boss as well.
The Icehouse as well. As much as I want to believe that Travis Kelce will just score an amazingly large amount of points, like didn't he score something ridiculously high, almost 37 points last week? Holy cow! What an
I
amazing
kind of
tight
wish he
end.
was my keeper.
One thing in
Ah,
one thing in Barry's favor is Denver does give up third most points to tight ends.
it got 10 points for that.
They probably give up third most to every position, to be honest.
That's
Yeah, Denver's not that great.
no, they're not. It is a snow game. It is in Denver. They're traveling, but they're pretty close neighbors. Though they're used to it being division people. I'll go on Icehouse for this here. Brilliantly done, Commish. Brilliantly done. Your pick on this one. What do you have here?
You know what the hell? I feel like I should take Barry because he's also 6-1 and Boss is abysmal and he's losing games he shouldn't. So I'm gonna take Science.
Taking sides. He's taking sides for that.
Sorry,
And
buddy.
then Icehouse.
Don't be sorry with you, man. I'm not taking myself. Kidding me? Can't
This house, you're
figure
not
out
picking
who to
yourself.
put in. I mean, I shouldn't be, I should have 2 more wins than I do if I had chosen correctly. Now, that being said, if I played Kirk Cousins over Jordan Love, I still would have lost by 0.05 points.
Oh shit.
Wow.
So I feel pretty good about taking a shot on not primetime Kirk Cousins. I'd feel really fucking shitty if I lost by 0.05.
Yeah, that would be
So,
rough.
being said, yes, I'm not
Just
taking
another
myself.
tilt.
I'm going with Barry, and I will
Oh,
probably blow the waiver either on a kicker or a running back just to fuck with him.
I like that strategy.
Plus, I know he ain't watching. Whatever he needs, yeah, I'm messing with that.
Yeah, I would mess with running back. That could work out long term too. Kickers, wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he does have waiver priority, but either way, I'll take, I'll just put in claims for both. I don't give a shit. At this point, 2 and 5, I don't care about waiver anymore.
Yeah. And as the ballers put it correctly, I like to win. More so, I like to help my other teams that are in the league lose. So
I'm
the
just here to
strategy,
create chaos at this point.
right?
It's like, if
Wow,
I'm
purple.
going down, the ship's sinking, I'm trying to drag anybody and everyone with me. I don't give
Someone
a
else is
shit.
gonna fight for this Sacco with me. This is go down into the depths.
Oh, you think you'll get an easy win on me, huh? I fuck you too.
All right. Go back up to the top with this one here, Groady. You're going to be talking about the 2 and 5 2 kid or quitter going up against Sippy Cup Power. What do you know about this game?
I know that this is the battle of I don't have a running back. Both of them combined have 3 running backs that play for the Los Angeles Rams. Actually 4, because Tommy actually has Kerryon Williams on his bench who's on IR. So they are the Los Angeles Ram running back team.
Look at that.
Obviously, Dave's probably going to put in Pierce over Freeman, who's not going to get the start, as they've already said that with Daryl Henderson being back on, he's probably going to be the primary back for them. So he'll start him. Hopefully, Miles Sanders can go for Tommy, so he can start him over Evans. But I mean, Jesus, like talk about like running back hell for them.
Yeah.
Dave's got Madison, who like just finally started to get points this week. Otherwise, he's done nothing. Devontae Adams has been abysmal. Is probably going to get traded too because at the start of the fourth quarter, every single offensive play for the Raiders, he was on the bench. He did in the fourth quarter of the Raiders game against the Bears. Devontae Adams did not see the field. So yeah, I can't wait to see where he gets traded. I'm honestly hoping Buffalo because Stephon Diggs needs help, and Adams and Diggs would be awesome for Allen. I like Tua for Dave just because Tua's been doing really well. Sam Howell, I mean, Tommy, see if you can trade for a quarterback. AJ Brown's been doing his thing. Cooper Kupp is Cooper Kupp. I mean, it really comes down to what Elliott can do and if Miles Sanders play. I got Tommy picked right now just because I don't like the matchups for Dave, and I think if the Raiders are down again early, which they could be against Detroit, Adams is just not going to play. He's done. He does not want to be out there for that team. So if he's not playing, that's zero. Not say 0 points, but even if he only gets 5 points, that's 5 points for Dave versus if he's actually out there getting the 12. So edge definitely defensive wise to Dave with Buffalo going up against Tampa Bay. But yeah, if Sanders plays, Tommy definitely I think really wins. But I think I give the slight edge to Tommy, even though it's not even that great of a matchup for either one of them.
Yeah, I agree. This is kind of a poopy game. Tommy, do you know something we don't know with Howell? Man, the rest of your team is looking pretty interesting. I say you also have the better Elliott, so I will go with the Sippy Cup power of this one here. Commish. What do you got for Commish? What do you
sorry, I
got
couldn't
for
hear you.
Sippy versus 2 Kidder here?
Jesus, I gotta go with Sippy, if only because Dave has Chase Claypool on his bench.
Big 8 points. Wow.
Like, this is the team we all thought Dave was going to be last year.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
Impressive with there. Hope you're enjoying Joe Burrow for this one here, Dave. Icehouse.
It pains me, but I'm going to take Dave on this one.
Oh no! It hurts. It's like a vaccine. Ow! Just get it over with.
I don't know how, but somehow. I don't know. I gotta go. I gotta go with it.
All right, he's going with Dave. One vote for 2 Kidder. Skinns. What do you think? 3 for Sippy, 1 for the 2 Kidder.
2 Kidders definitely going to put in Pierce, so that will help his running back room. Henderson should also get the start again this week. Yeah, Tommy's running backs are not in a good spot. And then even if Miles Sanders does return for him this week, Frank Reich said that it'll be a little bit of a committee for the running backs when he does come back. So he's not going to get the full load like he did the first month of the season. So, yep, I'm going Dave.
I'm going Dave with this. Interesting. Got a good split going on here.
I know.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. So make sure we save the picks. I'm making sure right now that I have clicked everybody here.
Because F6.
This leads into our pro pick 'em for this one. Yes, I have picks for everybody with that here. Okay. Before we go over the scores with this one right here, before the commission announces with this, I'm going to tell you this right now. Commission's going to go over some additional details, but a mistake happened, my Cleveland fans. A mistake happened live on video, recorded last week. I put max points on the Browns, which overall led to me winning the entire week in terms of score. But somehow, so here is exactly what happened last week. I put max points on the Browns. The commish came in hilariously goes, that's just because the Jets are on bye this week. I was giving him 10 points for around the horn and somehow accidentally pressed a button that pushed the radio dial over onto the Colts. You can watch this happen if you watched last week's video. And so the reason I won is because the Colts wound up actually winning with this. I picked the Browns. I am sticking with my pick. I am not the winner of the real winner for this. I am going to let the commish go over all the rest of the details with that in mind for that. So, commission, in Pro Pick'em, what all happened last week?
Well, I mean, apart from your dumb luck on that, it was an abysmal week overall. I mean, terrible week. You managed 50 points, followed by Groady with 39, Tommy with 27s, Eric with 22, me with 21, Boss with 15, and Stan with 14. Now, I was taking a look at this because it was an astounding. It was 4 favorites and 9 underdogs were the correct pick. And I attribute it to the law of averages. As I've pointed out in previous weeks, let me pull up last year's numbers overall. Last year, the underdogs were the correct pick 144 times out of 271 games, putting them at 53%. This year, the last 3 out of the last 4 weeks, the favorites had been the better for each week, 11 and 5, then 7 and 9, 8 and 6, and then 10 and 5 last week. So, law of averages, it's time for the underdogs to bounce back, and they bounced back hard, which hit all of us. I mean, the first 6 picks were all underdogs. It wasn't until Baltimore shellacked Detroit that a favorite won a game. In fact, let's see. All of us got Buffalo wrong. We all got Tampa Bay wrong. We all got the Los Angeles Rams wrong. John's mistake got him be the only one that got Indianapolis right. Kevin's the only one that had the G-men, which even before the Thursday, I was looking at this because I was debating, do I stick with New Orleans or should I take Jacksonville? Something was itching at me that I should have put it on Jacksonville, and I said, no, it's fine. But at the same time, I thought, Washington take care of the G-men. Turns out Washington can't be trusted. John was the only one that got Baltimore right. And that's pretty much it for those. Had Eric bothered to take the Bears, he took Las Vegas. He was the only one who didn't get Chicago right, as everybody else had Chicago. So on the season, it puts Tommy still in the lead with 497 points, followed by Kevin with 453, then me with 436, Dan with 422, Boss with 407, JV with 382, and Eric in a distant last 324.
Very good here. Excellent, commission. Thank you for all of the stats for last week. Raise our glasses up to Groady, the true winner of week 8 for this one right here. Groady, well done with that one. What was the game that surprised you the most or that was most fun to watch?
Well, one, obviously, the Bears game was the most fun to watch because I was there. 2, the game that surprised me the most is the Baltimore Ravens game. I mean, I knew their defense was doing good, but man, they shellacked the Lions, who looked like a really good team. For them to put up 6 points in that game was kind of crazy. The one thing I will note was going into the Monday night game, knowing that you were a point ahead of me. I swear I thought you had San Francisco. So I was like, ooh, if I change to Minnesota and he's got San Francisco and I get it right, I'll win by 1 point. And then when the game started, I saw that you had 12 on Minnesota, and I was like, damn it. I go, there goes my even if I get it right, I go, there goes my week.
They're all underdogs with that too. I wonder if that happened. I actually do wonder if that really happened, if I just nudged it over on accident when I was giving somebody points.
Yeah, so I switched to Minnesota because at work, one of the guys was like, he goes, if you looked at it, he, like Joe was saying, he goes, the underdogs were winning heavily this week, and I was like, Minnesota's at home and they're an underdog, I was like, I got to take Minnesota. So I switched. So I'm kind of glad because I got that 2 points. Thanks, Minnesota.
Yeah. And that's the 2 points. That's the true winner for the week with that one there. Well done, man. Well done. Grody's going to start it off. He gets 2 games. The rest of us get 1. Grody's going to be talking about Houston Texans heading on east to the Carolinas to play against the Panthers. I actually haven't looked at the actual. Hang on, I'm pulling up the actual stats here for or the. Oh, Yahoo has posted things for at least some of the games with this one on here. If I could actually be prepared for once in my freaking life. Where's this game? Where is at the top of the list, the bottom? Where are you?
Go in the middle.
Towards the middle. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Houston looks like Houston's favored 3 points there. What do you know about this game, Groady?
So it's actually the meeting of the two top quarterbacks taken in the draft. It was Stroud and Bryce Young. Funny thing is, they've only met 6 times in their history. The last time the Carolina Panthers played the Texans was when they were the Houston Oilers back in 1996. That was their first meeting. Panthers won 31-6. Their last meeting, NFL wise, was back in 2019. The Panthers won 30-20. Probably back then they had Christian McCaffrey on their team, who's no longer there. I like this game because obviously the 2 rookie quarterbacks. Obviously Stroud's definitely playing a little bit better than the Panthers. Bryce Young, Houston has a better record as well, and they also have a really good defense. I can definitely see them winning by more than a field goal. I trust in that team. D'Amico Ryans has them playing, balling out. CJ Stroud's looking really good. Bryce Young looks good too. But little injury problems here and there. So I got 12 points. Throwing it to Texans' way. I think their defense, keeps the Panthers in check, and Houston scores, 4 points more than them and wins this game.
Who would have thought at this point too that we'd be saying the Houston defense? I didn't think Houston had much of a team at one point at the beginning of the season.
Well, yeah, last year when they had Lovie Smith, I think they were like number 1 against the rush with Lovie Smith because he's always been good at being able to stop the run. It's just his Tampa 2 is not good against the pass. But yeah, D'Amico Ryans coming from San Francisco, where again, good team, good against the rush. He's got these guys playing real hard on that defense.
Yeah. I like it there, and I'm with you on Houston for that. I'm going to be going Houston, but I'm not as confident. There's parts of this game I'm just unsure, but I do like what you said. I'm going to put 4 points on Houston for this one here. What do you got here, Commish?
I got 11 points on Houston.
11 points on Houston for that. Then we go down to Icehouse.
I have. Oh my God, I can't find the tab. 5 points on Houston.
5 points on Houston, he goes. All right. And Skinnnns, you care to be a contrarian on this one there? You have a chance.
Muted.
He's muted again.
You're muted.
Yes, not muted. Yeah, he's going down and down and down.
I've been coughing a bunch. I keep muting it to cough, and then I forget. Yeah, I like 8. I got 8 on Houston. This could be close, but I don't think it'll be this close, just because this is the battle of did we draft the right quarterback for Carolina? So maybe they'll get up and play a little bit harder just to show Houston, hey, we got the right quarterback. We knew who we were getting at pick 1. You got the home crowd for him at Carolina. So yeah, we'll go 8. No, 8 on Carolina. I'm sorry.
8 on Carolina. He goes true contrarian, true to his nature with that. Well done, well done. All right. I've got next game here. The battle for the Big Apple. The New York Jets travel a very short distance to go and play the New York G-Men. I got curious in this game. I didn't actually know the answer for this as to how many Giants fans there are in comparison to Jets fans, in comparison to Buffalo fans. New York is a diverse state with a ton of uh, ton of people in it, and the United States obviously follows various folks with this. So I went to Reddit and got a whole bunch of answers, basically stating that there's a portion of uh, New York by the island by Long Island where there's a lot of Jets fans, which makes sense. It's like they used to play in Shea. A majority of New York outside of Brooklyn are New York City, that is, are Giants fans. That Brooklyn is the actual real diverse. It's a 1-to-1, pretty solid mix. And then everywhere kind of outside of New York is essentially Buffalo fans, is what I found out. But for 10 points, who can guess what percentage of the overall population of, say, football watching people are between Buffalo, the Jets, and the Giants? What percentage is the most, and what is that percentage? So we'll start with Commish on this one right here. Commish, what do you think?
I don't know. Giants fans, 38%.
38% he goes. All right, Groady, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the Jets. I'm gonna say it's gonna be about 35.
35% being the larger one. Icehouse,
I'm taking Jets 40%.
Jets 40%, and Skinnnns
I'm going Giants somewhere in the 40s, 43.
43. And Commish, what'd you say? 60, 58%? Is that what you said?
I said Giants and like 38%.
38%. Gotcha with that there. So this was a tough stat to look up. I am basing this based on how many followers there are on Facebook following the team. There is actually very little real answer on this. I mean, I was on Reddit, I was on Quora, I was on all the major
Maybe
sites. No, this is true on Facebook. This is the total number of Facebook fans. And so for the Buffalo Football Club, and Buffalo, thank you for being the one of these three teams to call it a football club. I love you guys for that. 1.1 million fans. The New York Jets with the New York Jet team, just what that page is called, has 1.7 million fans. And edging it out at 51% are the New York G-Men with 3.5 million fans. That puts Skinnnns in that one with earning himself 10 extra points for that. Well done, Skinnnns, being the closer one with there. Yeah, G-Men, more fans seem to be out there with it, and they are the historic team out of all of them. They've been, I think, around for the most with this here. Other than that, the battle for New York, sibling rivalry, Giants lead it with 8-6. These games are close. Most of these games have ended with easily less than 10 points. Quite a number of them have had to go to overtime with it as well. So these are games that stay pretty close. Currently, 68% of people are going with the Jets, being that they are the 3-point favorite at. It's funny, they're away, but like they're home. It makes me wonder how Yahoo actually does that actual score with that, just based on, I don't know. I don't know what that one there. But be that the Jets are playing the Giants, you can already see the shirt that I'm wearing. I'll put on the helmet. It's going to be a little max points for the Jets, Jets for that. No horns, no nothing with that there. Oh, good. There we go. Thank you, Skins. Thank you, Skins. All right, so I got max points, 16 points on the Jets. Commish?
Let's see. Who do I got in this game? I got 12 points on the New York Football Giants.
The New York Football Giants, which their Facebook page also has the New York Giants football team was part of what their favorite. The New York Giants. Oh, sorry, the New York Giants sports team. Come on, Giants, you're the call themselves right with that there. Do us all a favor. Icehouse.
They got to do some of the Giants.
Do something, Giants. Ooh, that's rough right there.
Just me.
It's Skinnnns.
Let's see. They're both playing at home. And the Giants have been, albeit the Jets have won 2 in a row. The Giants have only won 1 in a row, but that second to last game was a very close one against the other New York team in Buffalo. And the Giants defense is finally doing what they were doing last year. They're really stepping up the last 2 weeks. They've given up 21 points between their last 2 games. So I think the Giants are finally hitting a little bit of a stride, and I'm going to pop 11 points on the Giants.
11 points on the Giants for that. Very good. Groady.
Got 13 points, and I'm throwing them the Jets away. I think their
Ooh.
defense keeps them in this game. I think they win this game. Yeah, I got 13, and I'm throwing it to Jets way.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's a good split for that there. Excellent, excellent. Commissioner is up next, and he knows, he loves his Let's Go Buffalo, which, sorry to say, it's not a large amount of fans. You count some fans down here of Buffalo with that. Oh, I mean, it's a large amount. It's just not the most I thought. It's not as much as I really thought it was going to be. Tampa Bay is coming over to Buffalo to play. We got this game. Where is it on my list there? We've got here that it is a 8.5 point favorites of Buffalo. What do you know about this team? What this game, Commish?
Well, let's see. It is Thursday night, so that always plays a factor into these games. Buffalo all time on Thursday night is 12-10-1. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 5-9, so favors Buffalo in that regard. On the season so far, Buffalo is 3-4 against the spread, having lost 8.5 last week, 14 the week before, and a 5.5 the week before that. They are 4-2 on the season. No, they're 4-3. 4-3. Yeah. All right.
4-3.
4-3 on the season. Whereas Tampa Bay is 3-3, which oddly enough, they are also 3-3 against the spread. So no one is dominating against the spread. Let's see. As far as Thursday night games go, however, the favorite is only 3-7 this season against the spread on Thursday night games. So I'm inclined to pick the underdog in this matchup in Tampa Bay and put 4 points on them. If the spread gets any bigger, I will gladly keep it on Tampa Bay. But all time, Buffalo leads with an 8-4 record against Tampa Bay. The last time they played was in 2021, and Buffalo won by 6 points in overtime. So
Interesting.
the game goes to overtime. Clearly, the underdog is the right pick.
I like the way you think with that. All right, so you put 4 points on Tampa Bay. That's what I hear with that.
Yes.
All right. We've got next Icehouse. What do you think about 4 points on Tampa Bay?
I'm gonna take 7 on Let's Go Buffalo.
Ooh, 7 on Let's Go Buffalo. We'll split with that there. Skinnnns, do you and your 5 pumpkins want to get the split?
I'm going to do some quick math here because I know the Buffalo played in London a few weeks ago, on the 8th. And then they traveled home to the Giants, away at New England. They've done a lot of traveling, and they have not looked great in these last 3 weeks as well. Despite winning only 1 game out of their last 3, that was a 14-9 to the Giants. So, yeah, and their last game was on the 8th, and then they play on the 26th. That's 4 games in about 20 days, 5-game average.
Mm-hmm.
5-day average. Yeah, I think Tampa, knowing Thursday night games and how they go also, I like Tampa getting over a touchdown. So I will put a 9 on Tampa.
9 on Tampa, he goes. There's a split with that. Groady?
So the Bills on Thursday night have been, throughout their history, have been the favorite 6 times. They're 3-3 in those games. They lost 2, won 2, lost 1, and then they won 1. So I'm going to hopefully that they win 2. And I'm betting on the Bills. I don't have a lot of confidence in it, but I do have decent confidence. I got 6 points on the Bills.
6 points on the Bills for that. I get to be the split, and I've got the split. It's an inverse garbage time king. Garbage time king does terrible on prime time. Baker Mayfield is 4-0 on Thursday Night Football. I'm going Baker's way. Hopefully that he has got some insurance left over to pay for his new home, and I'm going to put 11 points on at home with Baker for that. Points for that one there. All right, coming on down to Icehouse. Icehouse has got Kansas City heading on over to Denver to go and play a game, with Kansas City being a now 7.5-point favorite. What do you know about the game, Icehouse? Do you have stats this week?
Yeah, let's see. Let me try to
Oh,
find
good.
the current spread real quick. Okay, it's at 8 at the moment. KC has held opponents that it's won against under 20 points. And then last time these teams did play each other, 2 weeks ago, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Chiefs won 19-8, so that would cover the spread. Denver leads the league in total yards allowed and rush yards allowed. So if the spread is only 8, I can't find a reason not to take 8 again. So I'm going to go max points on KC.
It's on KC. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Holy cow. Holy cow. All right. Skins, what do you say to max points on KC from Icehouse?
I think KC should be able to pull it through. But I'm not confident, seeing as how Denver's played things a little close lately. Division game. I'll put 4, but I'm going to do KC.
4 into KC for that. All right. Groady?
I've got 8 on KC. They covered last time. I think they can cover again.
8 on KC he goes. The peanut will swing towards Denver with a measly deuce points. I don't think Kansas City's going to play very nicely in the snow. And I'm hoping it does snow. It is literally one of my favorite types of football games to watch, is where there's some snow coverage on there. But if there is going to be inclement weather, I expect the score to be closer than that. So 2 points on Denver for me. Not confident in that. Commish?
I got 6 points, and I'm throwing them Denver's way.
6 points on Denver. Very good. Very good.
One more thing. I'm actually bumping it up. The Chiefs to 10. Denver's on a bye next week. They're already checked out. I'll bet these guys have got their vacations planned and everything, and they are just ready to go as soon as the whistle blows.
That's where it's
Might as well. They playoffs.
Yep.
Excellent. Excellent. Very good, Skins. And Skins, you are up here to talk about Philadelphia. Come on over to play your Washington Commanders. Philadelphia being a 6.5-point favorite with quite the spread going. Well, I went from off. It was Monday night. That makes sense. Or Monday. What did they play? Sunday night or Monday? Something like that. Anyway, what do you know about this game, Philly versus Washington?
This is probably my least confident max points on Washington this season. Despite them covering the spread last time against Philly, the last 2 weeks, Washington has totally regressed. Their corners are getting worse. They benched their first rounder, their first round cornerback the last 2 weeks. He hasn't been getting it done. They're certainly not going to get it done against A.J. Brown this week. If you look into the numbers, are they going to get it done against the Eagles' run defense? No. Eagles are first DVOA in run, and the Commanders are middling of the pack for their run offense. Commanders pass offense, DVOA, 26th. At least the Eagles' pass defense is middle of the pack, 12th yards allowed per pass, 19th DVOA. But yeah, the matchups are not looking good. And then if you look at the Commanders' defense, they are 27th in pass defense, middle of the pack in run defense, 26 yards allowed per carry. I feel like basically, even though Jalen Hurts looks like he might be injured a little bit, Eagles will be able to get up and then just run it all over Washington the rest of the game. And knowing Swift, he'll be able to break a couple just to stretch it out. So least confident, max points of the season on Washington.
Least confident amount of max points on Washington for that. Groady, what do you say to the least most confident max points on Washington from Skinnnns?
Yeah, I got 9 points thrown at the Eagles' way. Earlier on in the season, one of the big criticisms for the Eagles was their coordinators not kind of, being on the same page with the talent that they have. I think over these last few weeks, even with their loss to the Jets, I think they've started to figure some stuff out that works. And even with Jalen being hurt, I think the only thing that ruins for them is the tush push, because obviously you're not going to want to put them in harm's way. So. But I think the Eagles have enough to win by more than 6 this time around. So I got 9 points. I'm throwing it their way.
Is that what they call it, the tush push? Is that what that move is called?
Yeah, that's what they call it, the tush push.
Ah, that's
Well,
awesome.
For Philly, they call it the brotherly shove.
Brownie shove? Is that what I hear?
Brotherly shove, yeah.
Oh,
This
the
is the tush
brotherly
push.
shove? Ah, the tush.
Yeah,
I like
play on
both
the
of those.
city's name, which is the city of brotherly love.
I
Yeah.
do like both of those. I was trying to tell my kids about how powerful that move has been, just because it doesn't seem like anyone's really been able to stop it. And it's just like, I don't know what it's called. It's just a quarterback sneak with a massive shove behind it, like a literally perfect shove. So tush push, brotherly shove. I do like both those with it there. Groady, I'm going to join you on Philadelphia. Sorry, Skinnnns. I just don't think that Washington's going to have it in with everything that Philadelphia's got here. I'm going to put 7 points Philly's way. Commish?
Yes, I've got 7 points as well on Philadelphia. After Washington lost to the Giants the way they did, I just can't trust them.
Yep. And then following up here, Icehouse.
I'll take a 10 on Philly.
Taking a 10 on Philly. Stan the Cheese stands alone for that there. Very good. Let's give another cheers up to our real champion here, Groady. Well done here. Groady is chosen for his other game to talk about the Los Chargers in their sunny LA area hosting the Bears. What do you know about this game, Groady? Especially with the fact that Chicago is favored not to win by 8.5 points.
Well, they should be favored by more because they got their guy, Tyson Bagent. He's the quarterback. He's the best. Trade Fields, get rid of him. Oh, wait, no. I'm a real fan. I'm not a Fairweather fan.
That's what
He
you're trying
looked
to do.
good in that game. They made him look good. They had a wonderful running attack in that game. He was 21 of 27 for 162 yards. Yeah, that's not your starting quarterback of your team. That's a rookie coming in and doing exactly what a rookie does, playing not mistake football. And then clearly they didn't have any trust in him because there was multiple times in that game against the Raiders where they had 2nd and 2, and those are prime play action plays that they do with Fields. They did not trust Bagent. They did barely any play action in that game. They got the 2 scores, and they were like, "We're going to run this ball down their throat." They took 15 minutes off the clock. I don't know if Bears can do that against the Chargers. The Bears and them have only met 13 times. The last time they met was back in 2019. Chargers winning that one 17-16. I'd like to think the Bears have a chance. I mean, if they have a game plan like they did against the Raiders, they're definitely putting themselves in position to win. The defense, since Matt Eberflus has taken over, has played much better. Three turnovers against the Raiders, one to the house by Jalen Johnson, who's looking contract. I'd like to think that they could win this game. I think if they have Fields, I'd probably give them a better shot to win. But I give them a shot to cover. It's 8.5. I think they could lose by a touchdown. I got 4 points. I'm throwing them Chicago's way. I think they keep it close, and hopefully, hey, maybe they'll win. I mean, we'll see.
I like it. 4 points towards Chicago. It shocks me as well. Looking at right now the percentage of people, I mean, like the Chargers, nobody really has faith in the Chargers. If they were in Cleveland, they'd be the Browns. Like pretty much exactly in that way. They are the West Coast Browns in every sense of the way. Even as good as the offense that they have, and still only 58% of people are going with the Chargers in this game to actually cover this 8.5 point spread. Gosh, Chargers, you really are a silly team. I can ask though, what was it like to beat the game with Bate? What was the general feel of the game while Bajent was quarterbacking?
Well, the one thing I found out later, he had like over 50, like 53 family members in the stadium. So when
He didn't have over. He had exactly 53.
53?
okay.
Wow.
The one thing I saw said over 53. So, yeah. So when he hit that 10-yard run to get the first down, and he went to the crowd like, oh, give it to me, because everybody was excited. He was merely doing that for his family. But the one thing that I forget who said it. The one thing that's actually really dangerous about Tyson Bagent is his attitude. Like he's pretty much come out and said it, like, I got nothing to lose. Like, I'm not even supposed to be here. He actually watched a recording. I saved it from my Facebook. When he was leaving high school after he played really well in high school, he was like, "I'll see you in the NFL. Save it." And despite getting no Division I offers, he went to a Division School 2, set the NCAA record with 159 touchdowns. And he is the only quarterback ever from a Division II school to be invited to the Senior Bowl, which what a lot of people don't know, which I knew. Uh, Guess who coached the Senior Bowl? Luke Getzey. Yeah, Luke Getzey coached the Senior Bowl, so he knew Tyson Bagent from the Super Bowl, and that's why the Bears didn't need to even waste a draft pick on him, because they knew he wouldn't get drafted, and that's why they picked him up to take a shot on him, and he's impressed. Obviously in practice, and like I said, he looked okay. I think even Joe had made a Facebook post that if Fields is in that game, they definitely probably win, and they win way more convincingly than they did with Bagent. That was definitely a very gives me hope for the Bears coaching staff, because they put together a really good game plan for Bagent, and didn't make him do too much, and he was able to do just enough to keep the Bears in a lead and win that game.
That's exciting. That's exciting to hear. That excitement raises me up higher with that there. I'm putting 13 points on Chicago to take this one home for that there. Commish.
I got 2 points on Chicago.
Drops a deuce on Chicago for that there. That's great for that. Icehouse.
I got 3 on Chicago.
3 on Chicago. Oh, Skins just be contrarian.
No, I like Chicago this week. The Chargers are constantly always letting teams. They keep it close. They give it up all the time, no matter who they're playing. Granted, they played Vegas. Last time they played Vegas, it was with Garoppolo, but they only won by a touchdown. So Bears blew them out, backup to backup. Yeah, Chargers either lose or they win by close. All season, it's been within a touchdown. So give me the Bears. Sorry, the Bears, not the Bears.
How much you putting on the Bears?
Oh, I got 7 on them.
We got a 7er on the Bears for that one there. Good deal, good deal. All right, we're heading back up to the top. Time for quick picks with it there. Groady, you got Dallas hosting Los Angeles, 6.5 points favorites.
10 on Dallas.
10 on Dallas. I'm going to do Dallas 4-3. Commish.
Let's see. I have. Oh, I've got 8 on the Rams.
8 on the Rams he's got there. Icehouse.
Oh, the Rams. Let's see. Let's say 3 on the Rams.
3 on the Rams. He goes, it's ski.
Ooh, I have a 12 on the Rams. It feels dirty, but I hate Dallas. I mean, they're getting a bunch of points. Yeah. I'll going balls to the wall. 12 on the Rams. Fuck
Balls to the
Dallas.
wall. 12 up the Rams and fuck Dallas with there. Very good. I've got Green Bay hosting Minnesota. I don't have a lot of underdogs. I need Oh, but it's Green Bay hosting. Oh, they're such cheaters. No, not this time. No. Kirk Cousins comes through. 9 points on Minnesota for this one here. Commission.
I got 14 on Minnesota.
14 on Minnesota for that. Icehouse.
Minnesota. You got 14 on Green Bay.
14 on Green. Oh, we got a little battle going on there. Skinns.
6 on Minnesota.
6 on Minnesota there. And Groady
I got 16 on GTK.
on the GTK. On the touchdown, Kalen. Points going on there with that. All right, Commish, you get the wild spread of Tennessee hosting Hot Atlanta.
Right now, I have 16 on Atlanta.
16 on Atlanta with their Icehouse.
Atlanta. All right. I have 5 on Tennessee.
5 on Tennessee. Skins.
5 on Tennessee.
5 on Tennessee. Groady.
We're dropping a deuce on Tennessee.
Deuce on Tennessee. I need underdogs, as the commish has stated. The underdogs need a catch up here. 5 on Hot Atlanta for this here. Icehouse, you get New Orleans going over to get hosted by Indianapolis.
9 on Indy.
9 on Indy. Skins.
I just changed it. My 2 and my 5. I had 2 on New Orleans, but they are now my 5, and Tennessee's now my 2. So 5 on New Orleans.
What a switch. What a switch. Groady.
I have
3 points is going to make the season.
I have 15 on New Orleans.
15 on New Orleans with that there. I'm gonna go 8 on Throw Me the Whip. Commish?
I got 15 on Gardner Minshew.
Gardner, dude, is it just me or does he look like a pirate from like Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean? Is it just me? Tell me it's just me. Oh,
To me, he looks like
If it
Gardner
doesn't
Minshew.
work out with Baker, he should go to the Buccaneers.
he would be a hit. He looks like a Buccaneer with that.
Yeah,
He
give
would
him
be.
a point, John. Give him a point for that one.
I will. I
That's
will
a point.
actually. No, you get several points for that. There, several points. Yeah. All right.
And think about it. The throwback uni would be Gardner Minshew.
Would be Gardner Minshew all the
He
way.
comes out pregame with a fucking blade in his mouth running across the field.
Yes. Yes. Skins, you get Miami hosting New England.
Well, I really wanted to put New England last week, and that would have vaulted me from last to third if I did.
Ooh.
So I'm doing it again. New England, 4 points.
New England for 4 points. Groady,
I got 1 point on Miami.
1 point on Miami. I need underdogs still. I only have 3, 4, 5. Oh, now I'm doing pretty good there. I like Miami. Miami just seems to be crushing. 6 points on Miami. Commish.
Yeah, I got 1 point on Miami.
1 point on Miami. Icehouse.
Miami. Let's see. I have
to bet against
15 in Miami.
What'd you say?
How many?
15 in Miami.
15 on Miami. Lordy Lou. He loves that Tua for that. Let's see here. We go back up to the top right. This one, Groady, you've got Jacksonville getting hosted by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
14 on the Steelers.
13 on the Steelers. Interesting. This is, to me, this is the battle of who had Miles Jack. So I'm going to have to go Jacksonville as they had Miles Jack for a longer period of time. For 10 points on Miles Jack. Jacksonville. Commish.
I got 13 on Jacksonville.
13 on Jacksonville. Icehouse.
Yeah, 10 on the Miles Jacksonville Jags.
I'm seeing about 5 more Jacks to complete that whole sentence there.
Yeah, there's a lot of less Jacks.
Skins.
3 on the Jags. The
3 on
Jacksless Jags.
the Jacksless Jags with that. All right. Comes over to me. Seattle hosting Cleveland. Oh my! Gosh, it's almost a split. Cleveland's the underdog. It's meant for me. 14 points on Cleveland, of course. That's that poor people are right there. Our fans. Our fan. We probably have a fan, right? Commish?
I have 10 points on Cleveland.
10 points on the Browns. Cleveland for that. Icehouse.
I got 8 on the Browns.
8 on the Browns for their Skins.
Yeah, Cleveland gave up 38 points to Minshew. No, not in Seattle. I think the Seahawks are ready to roll. They're going to let it out on Cleveland and PJ Walker. But I only have 1 point left, so it's 1 point for Seattle.
1 point for Seattle. It counts. It
If
counts.
it
It's
stays
fair.
at 3, that's where I like to put my 1-pointers. So
Fair. Groady.
I got 11 points on Cleveland.
11 points on Cleveland. You stay there with your Seahawks over there, Skins. Let's see. Commish, you've got Apple Core, Baltimore going down to Arizona.
I got 3 points on Baltimore.
3 points, Baltimore. Icehouse.
1 in Arizona.
1 on. Yeah, wait. I'm sorry. All 3 of us made mistakes here. It's 1 on. Wow. For that. Skins.
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, this is either one of those we just won big and we're going to let off the gas type games by Baltimore. And then they're going to keep Arizona in it. Or this is one of those, hey, we're finally coming into form. We're going to go on a tear. And that's what I'm going for. Baltimore 13.
Baltimore 13. Wow. Wow for that. Groady?
I got 3 on Baltimore, but I was tempted to pick. Wow.
Yeah.
I'll
It's just for that guy.
That's for Ron Wolfley. I will put 1 point on wow for that. Just because I have a lot of confidence in this game. So you've got Icehouse. You've got San Fran hosting Cincy.
San Fran does not know what the hell's going on lately, so I'm taking Cincy, man, for 11.
Cincy for 11. Interesting. Skins.
Yeah, I got Cincy for 14 for many of the same reasons.
Cincy for 14. Interesting. Groady.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's had some time to rest, so I got 5 points on Cincinnati.
Interesting. I'm going 12 points on Joe Burrow's offense for this. Commish, you get to be a contrarian.
I do have 9 points in this game, and I'm going to put it on Cincinnati because San Francisco's hopes of winning the Super Bowl died when they lost to Kirk Cousins. It's the Kirk Cousins curse. If you lost to Kirk Cousins during the regular season, you have no team has won the Super Bowl.
Really? Is that a freaking fact?
Even when he was with the Commanders. Redskins.
Wow.
or whatever. Yeah.
Any of the
It-
above.
Washington football team.
Wow. Wow.
Well, he's always for NFC teams, so I don't know that means much.
Yeah.
Maybe
Still an interest.
just got John. Get
It's
to
still
It's
is
still an
very-
interesting stat.
Yeah.
It is a very interesting
Literally
stat.
it has no correlation to the game at all. Like it's meaningless,
No,
but yet it's
no.
funny that if you
But it'll
lost to
get
Kirk
you,
Cousins
like,
during the
a
regular
gazillion
season, the teams have never won the Super Bowl.
It's true.
Like in Johnson around the horn, it's like you just won because you came up with a ridiculous stat.
What wins? That is what wins. It's good facts and good stats with that there. But we got there's
disagree.
there is hey this is
It's like, well, wait a minute.
wait,
Have you
This-
seen the AFC teams Kirk Cousins is playing against? Yeah. So boom.
this is my game, and clearly from all the Jets, Browns, Bears stuff in the background, I know what's going on with this game here. The last game on here, Skinns. You've got the Monday Night Football game, the Detroit Lions hosting John Gruden-less Las Vegas.
Detroit is going to be pissed off of how they played last week, and they are going to come out. And if Chicago scored that many points on Vegas last week, Detroit's going to double it. There's going to be 2 70-point games this year, and Detroit's going to do it. 15 on Detroit.
15 on Detroit for that one. Interesting. All right, Groady.
I got 7 points on the Lions.
7 points on the Lions. I'm going go big, go home. 15 points as well on Detroit. Joining Skinns with that one there. Commish?
Yeah, 5 points on the Lions.
5 points on the Lions. Oh, Icehouse, chance to be a contrarian.
I'm tempted to take Vegas for 15, to be honest. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
He goes
Vegas 15.
contrarian. He goes
It doesn't
contrarian
make
for
any
that.
sense. But
No,
why not?
No, it does not. It does not make any sense at all.
I mean,
Gotta-
I don't know, but
Yeah.
gosh, you guys.
If
I
we
mean,
lose, you start catching back up again. So winds up being a win either way. That's all for this week on the Duff Pickem AllStars for this the round the horn scores. We got Icehouse in fourth. I remembered them this time. Icehouse in fourth place with 33 points. Skinns third place, 47 points. Groady at 58 points. Commish edging it out the weekend with his amazing stat, 60 points. We will see you around next week, folks. Let us know if you're interested in anything. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you around on the next one. See you later. Bye bye.